All right, please lower your hand. Do you see I have someone before me? That's rude. I'll get to you when I'm able to get to you. Your case has not been pulled up here. Do you understand?
Hear me, yo. Watching how them opera boys get sentenced. You know how the fuck's going on, man. Y'all boys tuned into that Oouchie court watch. Well, we taking it straight from the jail cell to the judge. You mean
All right, who's here with the interpreter? Who is your client?
Ezekiel Chavez.
Ezekiel Chavez. Good morning. All right, please lower your hand. Do you see I have someone before me? That's rude. I'll get to you when I'm able to get to you. Your case has not been pulled up here. Do you understand? I mean, you start with the profanity and now you're interrupting proceedings. Don't do that. Hi, it's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, we have an issue. He does not speak English. So I have an interpreter here. We need to get a Spanish speaker.
All right, so your attorney wishes to be removed because he is not a Spanish speaker. Do you have any objection to that?
No.
All right, thank you. You'll be removed and we will obtain a Spanish speaker. All right, thank you.
Judge, continue.
Just have a seat. Yes.
Clients on bond in the gallery.
All right, could I see the file on Tina? Is that on the docket today? It's TENA. Tina? Yes. Hello, Mr. Tina.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. What page is he on? Yes.
he's on bond.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Tina, the state is saying that they're dismissing your case. They say it's insufficient evidence. So here's the thing. Don't go out getting excited and partying, you know? And remember what I say, I'm gonna have to change my time. I always say nothing good happens after midnight, but honestly, nothing good happens after 10,
I understand.
you know? All right, Bashan.
I stayed home ever since.
Bashan, you know what's so funny? The last time I went to a club, this is when I knew I was never really a clubber anyway, but the last time I went to a club, all right, first of all, we're leaving at 10. Why are we leaving at 10, people? And then the next thing I know, I'm sitting in a place, I'm like, is there a speaker in my ear? It's just too loud in here. I'm like, next time I'm gonna have to prepare by having some, you know, earplugs. They're trying to damage the hearing I have left. But I always say, and I was always told, nothing good happens after midnight. And if you're still awake, nothing good is happening. There may be some consequences that you're not expecting if you're still up, or either you have insomnia.
I understand.
So thank you for being on time and dressing appropriately for court.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Right. Roxanne San Miguel or Karen Munoz? Yes. All right, if you come down. Right, so we're here for an update on ISF. And on this one, Mr. Garahan, I think defense is requesting that the ISF be removed.
Yes, Your Honor, I've discussed it with probation. They've confirmed that she cannot go to ISF with the medication she. We've had several women in the jail that have been sent there and they've been sent back because they have the same medication. What I'm recommending the court is either lifetime recovery or intensive outpatient. I'm leaning toward intensive outpatient. I think she's very motivated to get on with her life.
Well, what medications are you on and what are the medications for?
I was not aware of this program. When I got to jail, I was there about 3 weeks and, it's an antagonist for opiates. Um, it's a whole program with with the recovery motion that I'm taking. And, the medication it's a blocker. So it's just no withdrawal, absolutely, it just makes you have a life basically,
So
better
you-
than methadone, like
So you know the name of the medication?
it's called Subutex.
Okay. And how long have you been on this medication?
3.5 months well, since I got to jail, 3 weeks after I got to jail.
And this program that you're in, if you're released, do you have a case manager to work with you on the dosage?
Christine Denning, she's the probation officer that heads up the MAP program.
All right, Christine, what?
Denning, she's in the probation department that runs the program, the MAP program. And also I already have a prescription in my property for when I am released.
All right, Ms. Abrams.
Yes, sir. So I did get confirmation that Ms. Danielle McNeil has been participating in the jail MAP program and she is receiving that medication. The medication is used to treat opioid use disorder, and unfortunately, all the state programs will not provide it. We're trying to make it available in our local facilities, but we haven't gotten there either. Ms. Denning is one of our assessors, and she does work with the Center for Healthcare Services.
All right, so she will have someone through probation. Is it going to be Christine Denny that follows up?
If I would ask that if we're going to amend conditions for her release, that we start with either lifetime recovery or intensive outpatient treatment, and then amend for a Center for Healthcare Services referral. Ms. Denning is not a officer that carries a caseload, so she wouldn't be the one to follow up and make sure that she's doing what she needs to do. It would be her actual officer doing that.
All right, would Lifetime Recovery accept her? Do we know?
I don't know the answer.
Judge, we would do the referral process.
All right, here's my concern.
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
want you to be successful on this probation. And the last thing I want is for you to be released and then something happens, you fall off, you use,
Yes, ma'am.
because I'm not a chemist. Bashan, even though I was president of my chemist high school class, that of chemistry and physics, that doesn't mean that I'm a chemist or a physicist. So I don't know what would happen to you if you were on this drug and you decided to end up using. So I do want a placement for you. Lifetime Recovery is a very good program, and Lifetime Recovery won't take them that long to accept you. Okay,
Can I say something?
sure.
I've been locked up for going on 5 months.
Mhm.
I've never been away from my family this long. I lost my grandfather and I feel like a horrible daughter being away from my mom can't be there. I know that I made a horrible decision. I feel like this Bear County broke me. I want to go home.
No, I understand you're saying that, but the problem is you're not looking at the big picture. And the big picture of this is that you were on probation, right? You were placed on probation in 2023. And then what ends up happening? You have a motion to revoke filed, and the motion to revoke that was filed against you was for a new number one. And a new number one means that you were on probation and you committed a new crime.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So where we are is there are some judges who would have revoked you and you would have been doing your time at prison, and then you would have been released from prison, and then it would have been, oh, well. Right?
Yes.
So I am trying to make sure that I don't see you back here again, because who knows what will happen. Either you'll come back or Maybe you'll overdose. I don't know. So there are consequences to all of our actions. Sometimes we don't face the consequences on the front end. Sometimes we end up facing them on the back end. But you're looking at potentially 5 years in prison if you're unsuccessful. And everybody will always tell me, and your attorney will tell you, you know what? They find Jesus at the jail, and sometimes they do. And, I'm a Christian, right? So I know that sometimes people do find Jesus at the jail, and sometimes they will never get in trouble again. But then what I can tell you, about 85% of the people, and I've done the statistics, about 85% of the people who say they found Jesus at the jail, they're never going to get in any trouble again. They need to be with their family. They want to be with their children. A family member passed or a family member is sick. I want to take care of them. You know what ends up happening? They get released. They go out in the world. They have the best of intentions, but then all of these temptations hit them. It's sort of like when people are on church on Sunday, when they're in church on Sunday, it is great because everybody there is saying they're going to follow the rule, the golden rule. It's going to be great. You pay your tithes or whatever at the church. And then when you're released, Sunday, you're still feeling the glow. Then Monday, something hits you. Tuesday, something hits you. And you forget all about what happened in church on Sunday. And the cycle starts over. So what's going to happen is I am going to have you referred to lifetime recovery. And what we'll do, Mr. Young, is we'll bring her back in 2 weeks. If she is not accepted into lifetime recovery by that time in 2 weeks, then I'll do something else. And it'll probably most likely be intensive outpatient treatment. But if she is not accepted into lifetime treatment because she says, I'm not going to lifetime treatment, that's something
I
different.
understand that.
All right. So, Ms. Abrams, and I'm sorry, State, do you have any objections to her being, the conditions being amended and altered to lifetime recovery?
No, no.
All right. So what we will do is we're going to alter and amend conditions. To lifetime recovery. And Jenna, she's to be released to lifetime recovery only. A referral to Center for Healthcare Services. And continued participation in the MAP program. Is that MAP? MAT in the MAP program. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court? All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
Your Honor.
All right, Alexis Rodriguez. Good morning. Have you conferred with the state?
Yes, there's a note on that.
All right.
It's all done, yeah.
All right, and where's your client? Court is calling Hey, hi, sure, well, good morning. Court is calling NYMAC number 738-729, State versus Alexis C. Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state, for the defense?
Nick Aguilar on behalf of Alexis Rodriguez.
And are you Alexis Rodriguez? All right, counsel, you're here for, to set bond.
Yes, Judge.
My understanding that an agreement has been reached with the state to set the bond at $5,000. Is that correct?
I visited with Garrett yesterday. He wrote in his.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
I
thank
did
you.
remind him that we were gonna be here this morning.
All right, state, any requests for any conditions?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alexis Rodriguez.
All right. So these questions I'm going to ask you, they're related to your conditions of bond, not the case that you have before me. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so first question. Have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
No.
Have you ever been to see a psychiatrist? Have you ever been placed on any type of medications? All right. Have you ever used any type of drug in the past?
No.
Marijuana.
Anything other than marijuana? And if you were drug tested today, what would the results be? All right, so
Well, with that question, John, she
Mhm.
was on a bond. Affidavit with some surrender was filed and granted. She was picked up on December 21st. I know they can get in a quantity of drugs in the jail, but I don't think you get a chance to smoke marijuana.
okay.
So she's been there 2 months. Court appointed lawyer wasn't doing his job. And they-
Well, I wanted, and the reason why I asked you whether or not you would test positive, because sometimes drugs stay longer in the system, but I don't want to get into the facts of your case because you're charged with marijuana possession.
But yeah, she's been locked up for in excess of 60 days.
All right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. There's going to be regular UAs, waive fees. And in the past, when you use marijuana, how often were you using?
I would say like every week, 3 weekends.
Okay. And I'm going to do 60 sober meetings in 60 days. All right, counsel, is there anything else?
Now, when you say sober meetings, it's like a NA.
Yes,
Doing my church.
yes, that's what they call them now.
Sober meeting.
Yes. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further from us, Judge.
All right, thank you. They'll probably release you sometime at midnight. And what is this 444 on your chest?
It's angel numbers, protection.
All right,
Angel numbers, protection.
okay. All right, well, you got to do your part.
Thank you.
All
Judge.
right, thank you.
Oouchie, watch, we're on the scene. Truths unravel, and what does it mean? In the halls where stories clash, Oouchie court watch quick as a flash.